Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus is here, and today we're stepping into a cosmic battle ban phase that could completely reshape which teams rise and which ones disappear before they even get a chance to fight. Some of the most influential heroes are already sitting in dangerous positions, and if these bans land the way they look right now, the next few days could bring back older power cores that many players are no longer fully prepared for. Let's break it down carefully, because one or two ban results may decide everything. Today is the cosmic battle ban phase, so let's go through the results, comment on what we are seeing, and then make some projections about which teams are most likely to dominate in the upcoming days. Let's start with the tank role. Electra received 32% of the votes, and with a very high chance, Electra and Rufus are going to be the banned heroes from this category. If that happens, it opens the door for Galahad to become one of the main tanks we will see during the next phase of cosmic battle. This part is not really surprising. Electra has been the most popular tank so far, so seeing her at the top makes perfect sense. What surprised me more is Rufus sitting in second place instead of Galahad. Galahad feels more popular overall, so that is the first result that really stands out to me. Now let's move to the support role. In support, only one hero will be banned, and right now that hero is Fluffy with 37% of the votes. Sebastian is in second place, and that makes the picture much clearer. At this moment, Fluffy seems to have more impact on the game than Sebastian, or at least the players voting see Fluffy as the bigger problem. Because only one support hero is going to be banned, and that looks like it will be Fluffy, this means Sebastian and Isaac are likely to become two of the most used support heroes in the upcoming days. Amira should also benefit from that situation, because once Fluffy is removed, there is more room for these other impactful support options to step forward. Moving to the marksman role, Dante is the most voted hero with 38% of the votes. Kira is second, and Ju is third. That part is not a surprise at all. What is important here is that Dante is very likely going to be the banned marksman, and that immediately tells us what kind of teams may rise next. If Dante is out, then we should expect to see a lot more Kira teams and also more Ju teams in the upcoming days. So even though the voting itself is predictable, the consequence of Dante being removed is going to be very important for the shape of the meta. Now let's talk about the mage role. In mages, 3 heroes are going to be banned, and the most voted heroes right now are Augustus, Cascade, and Heidi. Augustus is not a surprise, and Cascade is not a surprise either. As you already know, even in my own tier list, Augustus and Cascade are S+ tier heroes. These are heroes that can completely change the dynamics of a fight and even reshape the mechanics of how battles unfold. That is why this result matters so much. If Augustus and Cascade are removed, then suddenly we may see more classic magic-based structures return. We may get more Krista and Lars teams, and Orion could become one of the more frequently used heroes as players go back to older but still dangerous combinations. This is where the ban phase becomes very interesting, because once the strongest modern mages are gone, older cores can breathe again. In the control role, we have Arachne and Jorgen at the top. But only one hero is going to be banned, and right now Arachne leads with 34% of the votes, while Jorgen follows with 30%. I do believe Arachne is the one who is going to end up banned. The reason I say that is simple. Since Sebastian is still expected to remain in play, and Fluffy is likely to be banned, Jorgen may not have the same level of impact on cosmic battle as some players expect. He is always useful, of course, but I do not think he will shape the mode as heavily as Arachne would. So for me, Arachne is still the more likely banned hero here. At healers, we see Hus with 23% of the votes and Burner with 21%. These two heroes are extremely close, with only a 2% difference between them. That means this category is still very open, and we will need to see how it looks by the end of the voting. This healer result is especially important because if burner stays available, we may see some very interesting burner teams in this cosmic battle. That could add a fresh layer to the meta, because burner can push team structures in a very different direction depending on what remains unbanned around her. And finally, on warriors, only one hero is going to be banned. Right now Lyria is leading with 26% of the votes, while Ishmael is second with 17%. So at the moment, Lyria looks like the most likely banned warrior. Now based on everything we know so far, if Electra is not part of Cosmic Battle, and Fluffy is also not part of Cosmic Battle, then what do I expect? I expect that many of the most popular teams in this Cosmic Battle will be teams that were already strong before Electra and before the current Electra Cascade pressure changed the meta. In other words, we may start going back to more familiar structures. We could see Galahad teams becoming very popular again. We may also see burner teams rise if burner stays available. And on top of that, I expect Krista, Lars, and Orion teams to gain more presence as players return to proven combinations that can perform well when some of the newest and most oppressive heroes are removed. So these are my 4 main projections right now: more Galahad teams, Qingmao teams, more burner teams if she avoids the ban, and more Krista, Lars, Orion style teams. If that happens, then this cosmic battle is going to be very interesting, because the ban phase may push the mode away from the newest dominant heroes and bring back several older team structures that players already know how to build around. So the key takeaway is simple: these bans could completely shift cosmic battle and bring back older but still dangerous teams like Galahad cores, burner teams, Qingmao Lara Croft teams and Krista Lars Orion setups. That is why this phase matters so much, because a few ban results can change the entire battlefield. Now let me know in the comments which team you think will dominate and which ban surprised you the most. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss my next Hero Wars breakdown. Stay sharp, Guardians of Dominion, and take control before the meta takes control of you.